that we have already started. I have covered the first 3 questions. In this video, I'll be covering the last 4 questions. Once again, you can refer to the first part of this video to find a more detailed discussion on the speaking topics in the Duolingo English test. So let's start where we left off. Question number 4 in the list is a cue card question, and the question goes like this. What job would you like to have when you grow up? And the cues are, why do you think you would be good at it? And how can you prepare yourself for this job? So the question is mainly about what kind of job or profession you would like to take up when you grow up. So you can say, I want to be a doctor, or I want to be a teacher, or I want to be an IT specialist. So you can talk about whatever field you are interested in. Then you will say, why do you think you would be good at it? Do you have the natural talent to become a doctor, or a teacher, or an IT specialist? Or you have the necessary skills to take up that profession? So you will give reasons why you think you will be good at that job. And the last cue is, how can you prepare yourself for this job? For this, you can say that you're already studying the relevant subjects at school. That will lead you to the advanced courses in this profession. In addition, you could say that you stay in touch with people who are already in this profession and you seek information and knowledge from them. Now let's take a look at one sample answer of this question. This can be a guideline for you to make up your own answer. So let's take a look. The sample answer is, I would like to work as a doctor when I grow up. That is because I had a passion to serve humanity since I was a kid, and by becoming a doctor, I would be able to follow that passion. I also believe that medical profession is very noble and rewarding. And if I want to help people some way, this can be the best way. There is another reason why I think I would be good at it. And that is because some of my close family members are doctors, including my dad. So the medical profession is a kind of a family profession for me. It is in my genes, I would say. My doctor family members keep talking about their experiences as a doctor and always share their knowledge with me. I already feel myself as part of their team. So now coming to the second part of the question on how can I prepare myself for this job, I would say that I am already preparing by studying the relevant subjects at school. Besides, I always seek to have insightful discussions with my dad about different ailments and case studies. I always participate in the class discussions as much as I can because it enhances my knowledge about the profession I'm seeking to take up. So yes, these are the few ways I think I can prepare myself for the job of a doctor. That was one sample answer. I have highlighted 2 words in this answer. The first one is rewarding, which means something that provides satisfaction. So the medical profession is called a rewarding profession because it provides you satisfaction. You serve people, you serve humanity, and you get satisfaction in return. The second highlighted word is insightful. Insightful means something that brings wisdom or understanding. So insightful discussions would mean discussions that bring deep understanding and wisdom. Now let's move on to the next question and its sample answer. The 5th question in the list is a cue card question, and it goes like this. What was an important recent news that you read? Did you enjoy reading to the news? Do you think it's important to stay in touch with the latest news? For the answer, you can talk about any kind of news. It can be a political news, it can be a news about a sport or game, it can be a news related to culture or travel, etc. For the first cue, did you enjoy reading to the news? You can say yes or no, but either way you have to give reasons why you enjoyed it or why you did not enjoy it. And the last one is, do you think it's important to stay in touch with the latest news? For this, you can say that whatever happens on the political or social or economic horizon affects the people in one way or another. That is why it is necessary for everyone to stay in touch with the news. This is the least you could say in your answer for this cue, but we have more in our sample answer, so let's take a look. Let's listen to the sample answer. One important news that I recently read from the newspaper was about the new travel restrictions in different countries in the wake of COVID-19 pandemic. It was a significant news for people like me who are frequent travelers. I did not really enjoy reading to this news because it talked about the nuisance the pandemic has caused and then the unlimited precautions it has entailed. I felt that it's a really daunting situation and traveling is not as enjoyable as it used to be. So, in the current situation, the travelers have to pay extra cost of tests and vaccinations before they board the plane, let's say. And the government has to ensure extra precautionary measures for the travelers at the airports, etc. That is also a huge burden on a country's economy. Now, about the importance of staying in touch with the latest news, I would definitely say it's mandatory. For one reason, it helps us stay in touch with what's going on around us and what is happening in the world. Secondly, and more importantly, sometimes we need to know about something because it is about us. By which I mean to say that as a traveler, I need to know about what are the government's expectations from the travelers. If I don't know that being vaccinated is a compulsory requirement for traveling, I might not get it, and then I would not be eligible to travel. But besides the pandemic situation, news also keep us informed about what is happening on the national and international levels, or let's say politically, economically, or socially. We are a part of this world, and whatever happens around us affects us in one way or another. Moreover, it's also important for our social life since if we lack information about sports, fashion, politics, economy, etc., we will feel lost when we share our knowledge or interests with other people. That is why I feel we cannot afford to remain ignorant in these times. I have highlighted some words in green color because I thought they would be challenging for some students. Let's talk about what they mean. So in the second sentence, we can see in the wake of COVID-19 pandemic. In the wake of means a consequence or result of something. In this case, as a result of COVID-19 pandemic, and pandemic is a disease that is worldwide. In medical terminology, it is a disease that covers a large geographical area. Next, we have the word nuisance. Nuisance is something that is annoying or stressful. It can be a person or a situation. So the nuisance that the pandemic has created or caused means that it has created a stressful situation. The next word is precautions. Precautions are safety measures. The measures we take up to ensure safety or security. The next word entailed means necessitated or made it necessary. So the pandemic has made it necessary to take up more precautionary measures or safety measures. Daunting situation. Daunting situation is something that is discouraging. It discourages you or intimidates you, makes you timid. Something that would make you feel helpless. Now, in the second paragraph, the word mandatory means compulsory, something that is necessary or compulsory for something. The next word is eligible, which means qualified. So if a person is eligible, that means he is qualified or acceptable for something. I have listed all these challenging words with their meanings on the next slide, and you can take a look there as well. And afterwards, we can move on to our next question. Lingo speaking topic number 6 is an interview question. An interview is just like any other speaking task, so don't get intimidated by it. The question is, what benefits does the government or private sector of your country give to senior citizens? Discuss some of the benefits that the senior citizens get or enjoy. So, while answering this question, you can consider writing about your own country. You can think about the privileges or benefits that the senior people in your country get. They might be in form of pensions or medical treatments or tax exemptions or any other kinds of benefits. So let's speak up the sample answer to get a better idea of what we need to say in response to this kind of question. The answer is, since I live in Canada, I know about many benefits that the government offers to its citizens. So, since different groups of people get different benefits, the senior citizens also have a great share in benefits. Mainly, they are given health insurance, which means that their medical treatment is covered by the provincial government, except dental care. In addition, people over 65 years of age get old age security and income supplements. There are some good incentives for immigrants as well. So, people who immigrate to Canada also get old age security fund after they turn 65 if they reside in Canada for 10 years. Then there are some other benefits besides the ones government offers. For example, seniors are exempt from certain charges at their bank, or they have special saving accounts with low fees, etc. Also, they are exempt from certain taxes on their savings. Besides that, if we speak of the privileges offered by private sector, many retail stores have a day in a week when they offer discounts to seniors only. In addition, I have noticed that in big cities, seniors are facilitated in other ways too. For example, they have a low fare transit system in big cities like Toronto, which offers them pick and drop at their doorstep. So, these are some of the privileges that the seniors enjoy. One thing might be interesting to know, but seniors people can study for free at certain universities in Canada. This is to encourage them if they are interested in learning new things. So there might be some more benefits according to the province they live in. But yes, seniors definitely enjoy a lot of good benefits in Canada. Now you can think about some of the benefits that seniors in your country enjoy. There might not be too many, but even if you think there are a couple of benefits that the senior citizens have in form of pensions at least, or they got some privileges in health sector or in banking sector, etc. So you can do a little research about that and then write your answer and practice speaking it. Now I'll discuss the highlighted words in this answer. The first word is supplements, which means additional, so additional income. They get an add on to their income. Supplement is something that adds something more or enhances something, adds to the value of something. The next word is exempt. Exempt means to be free of a obligation or a liability. If seniors are exempt from certain charges, that would mean that they don't have to pay those charges. They are free from that obligation. In the next part of the answer, we have the word retail. And retail means the sale of goods or things in a store. So retail stores are where things are sold. For example, grocery stores or clothing stores, etc. Now the word facilitated. Facilitated means something that has been made easier or possible for someone. So if the seniors are facilitated, that means they have been provided with a facility or something has been made easy for them. The next word, privilege, is again a benefit or a favor or an advantage that you get over others. So if the seniors are privileged, that means they have advantage over other people in some way. Once again, I have listed all these words with their meanings on the next slide, and you can take a look over there as well. Now we're going to discuss topic number 7, which is again an interview question. So the question is, do you think people learn from their successes or their failures? Provide reasons to support your opinion. The opinion means your point of view. So to answer this question, you can either say people learn from their successes more, or you can say no, they learn from their failures more, but you have to provide reasons in each case. So let's take a look at the sample answer. Well, this is an interesting question. We all have heard enough times that we learn from failure more. That might be true to some extent, but in my opinion, people learn more from their successes. For example, if we take failure, failure does promote critical thinking, and it is also an essential part of the learning process. But because of recurrent failures, people lose self confidence and they suffer from low self image and sometimes even stop trying to get something. So I don't think failure teaches you more positive things. On the other hand, when someone succeeds in an effort, it brings positivity and confidence in that person. It encourages him to try and achieve more things in life. It also broadens his vision about possibilities in life. It teaches him more positive things than a failure does. So, simply speaking, when we finish doing something successfully, we can start doing something else. If we are stuck in doing just one thing, we can't go further and try something new. So, what I think is that when we go through failure, we try hard to get success and in the process learn new things. But if we succeed, it teaches us more positive things like self confidence, belief in ourselves or in our efforts, while failure makes us lose these things. This question requires you to do some critical thinking on successes and failures in life. This is a kind of a philosophical question. So, like all other questions, we can also prepare this kind of question beforehand. These ideas might not pop up in your head while you answer this question in an exam. So, better write these ideas down and practice speaking them out. Also, think about how you feel about success or failure. What is your experience of successes and failures in life? Try preparing an answer based on your own opinion or your experiences and then practice speaking it. Now let's talk about the highlighted words in this answer. The first word is opinion. Opinion means your viewpoint or your point of view about a certain thing. Recurrent means occurring again and again, like something that happens again and again. The next word is self image, which means the impression of oneself in your own eyes. What do you think about yourself? How do you look at yourself? What is your opinion about yourself? And I missed one expression, and that is critical thinking. Critical thinking is analysis of something, judgment of something. If you're critically thinking about your failure, you are judging it, you are evaluating it, you are thinking what went wrong, how could you do it right, what you should have done to avoid the failure, and things like that. So that was the end of part 2 of Duolingo English Test speaking topics. Be sure to watch part 1 as well. Take a look at the meanings of the words we just discussed on the next slide. Stay tuned for more